Hi, Poppy here. Jeremiah Lumpquist. A little skinny Swedish guy. A wonderful little guy, though. He was a very thin guy. Oh, he's probably, I would say, 62 years old. And his wife is just the opposite. She's probably about the same age, but she's kind of wide. And Jeremiah is kind of up and down way. In fact, she's so wide, he went uptown one time to buy her a birthday present because she needed a slip. And so he went into the department store, and this was before Amazon. And he went in the department store to buy her a slip, and the lady said, "Well, what size would you like?" And he said, "Square, maybe a square slip. Have you got a square one?" And the lady just looked at him and says, "How is this?" And he says, "Perfect." So anyway, but they had a wonderful marriage. They truly loved each other. Well, one night it was time to go to the orchestra rehearsal at church. And conductor Hugo Snodgrass asked everybody to be there. Instead of in the evening, he said, "Let's change it to noon." So people actually came at noon instead of in the evening. So Jeremiah, though, he was getting hungry, so he had his wife pack him his tuna jelly sandwich. He loved tuna fish and jelly together, one sandwich. So she made him that, and then she put in a few stalks of celery and some salt, put it all in his lunch pail, and he got his little triangle out and put it in his little triangle holder, and then he started walking off to church to practice with the rest of the band, of the orchestra. So they all got there, and the big tubas, boom, 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 and the little clarinets and the flutes, and everybody was in the trumpets. We're all tuning up and stuff, getting ready to practice their piece. So conductor Snodgrass, who was also a very wide person and a very boisterous personality, outgoing, and his hair, he parted his hair down the middle, so when he shook his head, his hair would fly around, and he was he was a real character. So anyway, everybody got their sheet music out and unpacked their instruments, got their sheet music out, their music stands, sitting in their chairs. And Jeremiah did the same thing, got his out, and he had his little triangle out ready to go ting when it was time. And so conductor Snodgrass put up his baton, and they were ready to play, and they started playing along. It was really nice. It sounded so pretty. And then it came time for Jeremiah's part, and conductor Snodgrass threw up his baton, but he didn't hear any triangle. Well, by this time, speaking of orchestras, my kitty is going to play a sonata for us. Kitty, 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 kitty. How about getting down? You're not part of the orchestra, kiddo. Come on. Down you go. All right, kitty. Well, he said you're talking about an orchestra. I want to be part of it. So anyway, and conductor Snodgrass finally put down his baton, and I told you that Jeremiah was chewing on his tuna peanut butter sandwich, and then he didn't realize the orchestra even quit. He was so busy eating. He started on his piece of celery with salt. Here we go again. Kitty. Come on. Come on, baby. Mama's trying to tell a story. Oh, where was I? Oh, yes. And the whole orchestra was waiting for the ting of the triangle. Well, here's Jeremiah. He's on his celery now, putting salt on, eating his celery. That's all anybody could hear. Oh, Conductor Snodgrass. He turned red in the face, and his hair that was parted in the middle, you could see the sweat running down his cheeks. And he let out the biggest bellowing cry. Where is the triangle? And he said it so loud that they could hear it clear outside the church and clear down to the gas station on 4th Street. And Jeremiah thought, oh. Well, Jeremiah didn't say too much about it after that. Nobody brought it up. But I did hear that triangles don't taste good, even with salt. And poor Jeremiah had to go to the doctor and have a triangle removed from his throat. But now, God is much more loving than Conductor Snodgrass is. But we shouldn't fail to do our part. It's an important part, no matter how small it is, like the triangle, or how big it is, like the tuba or the trombone or something. God has a very special part for us in His service to make His symphony complete. So we shouldn't fail to do our part like Jeremiah did. So that's all I got for today. But now you know a little bit about Conductor Hugo Snodgrass and Jeremiah Lumpquist and the Possum Trot Symphony Orchestra. Don't fail to do our part. Don't let God down. But I'm glad He's a lot more loving than Hugo Snodgrass. Bye-bye.